I think the title basically speaks for itself. However, I guess I should probably give my reason into why I said that and why the video's posted. Well, recently I had a graduation party, actually years ago. And I met all these relatives that I never even knew existed or anything. And I had all these relatives come to my graduation party for my first time in 18 years seeing them. And then, as if that wasn't awkward enough, afterwards I was basically given an assignment, if you will, by my own fucking mother to actually write every single person a thank you card. People had to write in general. And then that's kind of where I got to my basic opinion of what this video is about. Why have thank you cards if most of them is just you thanking the person that you already thanked face to face? Why write them, or why write anything to them if face to face, like I said, you just say thank you and then hopefully you'd get in a welcome and then the bus stops there? Why is it that when you write it down from when you're a child trying to be nice to people you subconsciously know isn't really going to care, why should you have to write some detailed summary, essay, or paragraph showing how much you really feel about these people? I mean, I just don't get it. It sounds really fucking pathetic. I hated it doing when I was a kid. I'm pretty sure everybody hated it. So the fact that I had to do that 18 years later to fucking strangers was pretty annoying. Now, I guess thank you cards in general, I really don't, like I said, I really don't get them, and I don't know if that's what ruined it for me or not. However, I do understand, like, if it's for like a catering or an event, and you aren't able to see everybody, but you know everybody, or at least informed that everybody is going to see a card that's signed with your name on it. Those I would understand. To me, get well soon cards are a little more, have a little more point. There's more of a point behind get well soon cards than I feel like there are for thank you cards. For get well soon cards, at least you're being nice, you're acknowledging that, you know, you care for this person because they're sick and they're not well. A thank you card, you're just making somebody feel better about themselves, who they probably even shouldn't feel better about themselves because they just have that much of an ego to begin with. Now, my biggest stance is, why do it? Why be nice to some asshole? You're eventually just going to write the same thing just with a different name on it anyway. Why should you have to do this? Why is it expected for anybody to do it? I feel like if you're just going to thank them physically on an email, on something, some form of social media, who gives a fuck if they're not adjusted to social media because they're the older generation? It's time for them to get with the times, and let's hopefully, knock on wood, I don't become one of those parents or those people in the older generations that are so locked down on their concepts they're afraid to adjust. But I just really don't see a point to cards unless it's going to be mailed, because there's no emailing address or anything. I just don't see a point in it. I feel like, and even if you can't be face-to-face, again, use social media. It's social media for a fucking reason. Use it. Just type in the same thing. Thanks for this and this. Doesn't have to be 2 sentences long, let alone a fucking paragraph long. Thank them for the thing. Either you're going to get a welcome or not. And then, like I said in the very beginning, the bus should stop there. There shouldn't be this explicit detail, and there really shouldn't be, like, as soon as a kid gets something, the minute they get something, the parent goes straight to the fucking cards and expects them to write them down. Ironically, though, at that moment, I realized how bad teachers really have it when they have to write reasons why they graded their papers to billions of fucking students. Because what some people don't acknowledge is that the more people that show up to a graduation party, or any party for that matter, it's kind of like the more students, the more things you have to sign and the more things you have to write out. And they really don't see that. They just see you're really more obligated. It's not even a burden. You're just obligated to do this. You really don't want to do this. They know you don't want to do this. They just want you to do it because they'll feel better. But yet, if you don't do it, you're the selfish one. Isn't that kind of fucked? No, I just hate it because it doesn't really bring the best in some people. I mean, maybe for like a handful, maybe, but the more you get into it, the more you get less ambitious about it. I've never really seen anybody get more ambitious about writing a card, let alone a thank you card for that matter. And unless the people just happen to talk to each other more than they talk to you, and just get together and say, hey, what did your card say, or what did your card say? Just write the same fucking thing. If it comes from the heart, I'm sorry you're not different from everybody else. Just as long as it has meaning, that should be good enough. And if not, then fuck you.